So, Rampage Jackson, the son of Rampage Jackson, has just been arrested in his apartment in Huntington Beach, California. But he's already been bailed out, and I'm going to give my thoughts in this video. Just before I start, I just want to say that I've been ill for the last 2 or 3 days, so if my voice sounds weird and off, that'll be why. Anyway, let's get into the video, shall we? So, after 1 month of Rampage Jackson attempting to murder the wrestler Syko Stu in the wrestling ring, he has only just been, within the last few days, arrested by the LAPD at his home in Huntington Beach in California, which firstly is fucking mental, yeah? How long this has taken for this guy to even get arrested is just ridiculous. So it's been said that he has been held on a $50,000 bond, which he has only paid $5,000 of, and his father Rampage paid the rest off, and he's now apparently out on bail. And I just want to touch on something very quickly. The whole bail system is ridiculous to me. The fact of the matter is that if you commit a crime, you should be punished for committing that crime. It shouldn't matter how much money you have. And if you have money, you shouldn't be able to bail out your relative just because you've got money. You know what I mean? You know, the law should apply to people who don't have money and people who do have money. It shouldn't change based on your financial status, I guess. So he's been charged with a felony battery charge. Which, from what I've read online, basically means that he'll be in prison or in jail for 16 months to 24 months, 36 months, something like that, which is ridiculous if you think about it. What he did was not a felony battery. Yeah, he battered Syko Stu, but he was trying to kill the guy, man. He was trying to kill him. You know, you don't land 20 to 25 consecutive punches on an unconscious face, on an unconscious guy, making his head bounce all over the place. That, in what world is that not attempted murder? It is, at the end of the day. So to charge him with a felony battery charge and not a attempted murder charge is wrong as well. And the thing I want to touch on very importantly in this video is what comes along with a felony battery charge. So a battery charge is basically using your fist to batter someone or a deadly weapon. You can batter them with the weapon, like a gun, for example. Not a knife, because a knife would be stabbing. But with a gun, with your fists, with a hard object, any object, that is considered battery. And this could get really complicated in court because there is a debate online as to how much Syko Stu was consenting to in terms of being touched or putting his hands on him and that sort of thing. There is going to be some debate in court as to how much Syko Stu was consenting to there. I mean, obviously you guys know my opinion. I think he should get arrested and put in prison, or at least 5 to 10 years for attempted murder. I think that's completely fair. But to say that, you know, there is a debate that Syko Stu was sort of consenting to that, but he wasn't consenting to the punches. Maybe 1. I mean, even 1 would have been a push, but 20, he wasn't consenting to that. And considering Syko Stu is the one suing Raja as well, doesn't really make sense to me. So it's a bit confusing. So he is looking at over 2 years in jail, which is the same sentence, ironically, as a woman called Lucy Connolly received in the UK for angry political posts on X. And that's a very interesting point. So Lucy Connolly was a angry single mother who had just seen the Southport murders. I'm not going to go into that in this video, but basically this guy walked into a Taylor Swift dance class full of children and went on a stabbing rampage and killed a few of them and injured like 20. It was a horrific event that happened in the UK. And Lucy Connolly, like everyone else, was a very angry citizen of the UK, and she posted some very angry tweets about it. Granted, what she said wasn't very good. I think she said something along the lines of burn all the hotels down for all I care, I'm angry, or which I obviously do not condone saying that. But you have to understand that in the heat of the moment, things are being said all over the place, and this is like pure national anger. And it ended up being that this woman, Lucy Connolly, was actually put in prison for 2 years because she made an angry tweet. And this is the exact same sentence as this guy did, is going to get, maybe, for trying to kill someone. Now, in what world is trying to kill someone with your bare hands and making an angry tweet about a fucking terrorist attack the same thing? They're not the same thing, so you shouldn't treat them the same. You shouldn't punish these people the same. But we are. Yeah, I get it. America and the UK is different, and to be honest, the UK, there's a huge problem with free speech at the moment. It's still the same amount of time in prison, and the fact that they took a whole month to even think about getting round to this, to even arresting the guy, it's crazy. He could have like literally packed all his bags and ran off and went in hiding if he wanted to. A whole month is a long time and would easily have been enough time to facilitate him hiding. Luckily he didn't. We caught him. Well, we didn't. The LAPD did, but we got him. So at least there's one thing. He is actually going to be punished somewhat for this, which I'm happy about, to be fair. There's my voice. My voice sounds really fucked right now. And obviously I want to touch on this as well, is the fact that a lot of people that watch Raja and his dad, they're obviously a young audience, and they're obviously very impressionable audience, and they're kick streamers, I believe. No, they are kick streamers. And I just think that him only getting 2 years for blatantly trying to murder this guy in front of everyone, it sends the wrong message to their audience. It's basically just a slap on the wrist. It's basically just saying, this guy, because he's got a bit of money, he tried to kill someone, but we're only going to give him 2 years. That's not as bad of an incentive to not commit a crime like this. And the law needs to make a statement for their audience, you know. No, their audience is watching this thinking, he only got 2 years, I could do that, that's fine. It's like, 2 years ago I was 21 or whatever the fuck. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not long enough. And I think that they should charge him for longer. He's not an 18-year-old kid. He's 25 years old. You've got to treat him like an adult and punish him like an adult as well. And you've got to think about Syko Stu's family, the wrestler. You've obviously got to think about what his family went through. Like, they saw him on a breathing tube, in a coma. I don't know how long he was in a coma. Maybe I should have done more research on that bit. But either way, he was in a coma. He had brain trauma. He had trauma to the jaw. Like, he had fractured bones. He lost a lot of teeth. And no doubt about it, he's suffered some brain damage, And to be his family and to see what the fuck happened to him and what the guy who did it to him is getting charged with such a tiny, minuscule little sentence, that's going to piss them off as well. And I understand why. That's not fair on the family. Yeah, he's being charged, but he's not being charged, in my opinion, in a justifiable manner. 2 years is a slap on the wrist. Yeah, Rampage Jackson obviously paid a lot of the money to bail him out, which, he's his father, I can understand that. Do I think the bail system's right? No, I believe that regardless of if you have money or you don't, you should be punished the same. And I don't blame Rampage Jackson for bailing out his son, obviously, but I just feel like him being bailed out of prison is, it's not going to make him learn a lesson either. He's just going to think, well, if I do something bad, my dad will just bail me out, it's fine. And he'll never learn his lesson. And he needs to learn his lesson. I read online somewhere that he was actually booked for, or allegedly, should I say, he was booked for another appearance at another wrestling show, which is, I said this in the last video about this topic, but that's just fucking stupid. What are you doing? Does he deserve an appearance? No. Of course he fucking doesn't. You're mental. Yeah, I get it, he's a big name right now, but not for the right reasons, mate. If Hitler was still about, we wouldn't make him have appearances at the fucking White House, would we? We fucking wouldn't. Well, at least I hope we fucking wouldn't, but you never know nowadays. So, yeah, that is my take on this whole situation. I hope that Rampage Jackson has learned his lesson, although because he's just been bailed out and let off the hook by his own dad and his money, I don't believe he would. Or he has. As for Rampage Jackson, he's doing what a father would do, so I can't really fault him for that. Granted, he's sort of partying a lot at the moment, and to be honest, I don't, he's free to do whatever he wants, but it sends the bad message. If your son nearly got put in prison, yeah, you bailed him out, but I mean, he seems a bit too relaxed and happy right now, partying and stuff. He should be a bit embarrassed, to be fair. I wouldn't say he egged him on to do that, but he didn't help. And the law system, the law needs to be fucking looked at. Like, to get 2 years for blatantly trying to kill someone and taking a month to even arrest the guy as well. It's crazy when you've got people over here arrested for fucking social media posts. It's bad. So yeah, that is my take on this topic. Let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with my view or you have a differing opinion. I'm open to listening to anyone's opinion, whether they agree with me or not. Don't forget to like this video to show your support. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn the bell notifications on so you get notified every single time I post a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully, I'll be better then.